Your person is standing on the edge of a significant life change. They are preparing to move out on their own or to take a step away from the situations and people that once felt safe but have also kept them stuck. To the outside world, this transition may look like an act of independence or maturity, but underneath the surface lies a much deeper truth. For a long time, they have remained in karmic cycles, relationships, patterns, and environments that no longer serve them, because they were afraid of being alone. The idea of complete independence, of facing life without the comfort of a familiar structure, has been both overwhelming and intimidating for them. This struggle with independence is not simply about physical survival or financial stability, though those concerns are certainly part of their journey. More profoundly, it has been about emotional self-reliance. When they were entangled with karmic people or situations, they often leaned on those dynamics, even when they were unhealthy. These attachments, though draining, offered a false sense of security. Yet, life and this journey have been slowly guiding them toward healing. The discomfort they've felt has been a push to confront the unbalanced aspects of their life and to learn what it means to stand firmly on their own. What they may not openly admit, but what is deeply true, is how much they have learned from you. You became an unspoken teacher in their life. From observing you, they discovered what it means to care for oneself in a genuine way. You didn't just model the basics of survival, you demonstrated how to live with self-respect, how to prioritize your own needs without guilt, and how to embody self-love and integrity in your choices. These were qualities they lacked within themselves, and seeing them in you awakened something in their spirit. Whether you realize it or not, your actions planted the seeds of transformation in them. You reminded them that independence is not about shutting others out, but about loving oneself enough to create healthy boundaries and to cultivate inner strength. Because of this, your person finds themselves longing for time alone with you. It is not a superficial desire or a fleeting attraction. It is a deep, almost soul-level pull toward intimacy, honesty, and vulnerability. They are being guided to let their guard down and show you the parts of themselves that they have hidden from the world. For so long, they built walls as a defense mechanism, afraid of rejection or judgment. But with you, they feel a rare sense of safety, the possibility of being seen for who they truly are without fear. Still, they recognize that this is not entirely in their control. You have free will. You have the choice to allow them closer, to open the door to this connection, or to keep your distance. They know they cannot demand your time or affection, they can only hope that you will feel their sincerity and be willing to let them in. Part of the reason for their silence in the past has been this very journey. They want you to understand that their absence was not meant to hurt you or to diminish your value. It was, in many ways, a painful necessity. They needed time to step back, to observe themselves, and to reflect on the patterns that had shaped their choices. They had to confront the parts of themselves that were wounded and in need of healing. This silence was never easy for them, it weighed heavily on their heart, but it became a vital step in their personal growth. They needed space to learn, to grow, and to slowly transform into someone who could meet you with the depth and stability you deserve. Now, as they emerge from this season of reflection, they carry a clearer understanding of what commitment means. They know that it is not enough to simply want someone. True partnership requires effort, consistency, and accountability. They are fully aware that commitment is important to you, and they deeply respect that. More than that, they believe you deserve nothing less. The way you have shown up for them, unconditionally, without demands or hidden motives, has left a permanent imprint on their heart. No one else has offered them the kind of love and support you have given, and because of this, they cannot imagine themselves with anyone else. This realization does not fade. Even when doubts creep in or when life's distractions pull at their attention, the truth remains, their heart is tied to you in a way that feels unshakable. They see a future with you, not out of obligation, but out of a deep knowing that you are someone rare, someone irreplaceable. They are beginning to understand that love is not about possession or dependency, but about partnership, growth, and mutual respect. Your person may still be finding their footing, learning how to fully embrace independence and balance, but their direction is clear. They want to step into a better version of themselves, not just for their own sake, but also for you. Their journey has been long, and at times lonely, but every step has been leading them closer to this moment of clarity. They recognize your worth, they cherish the lessons you've taught them, and they are finally ready to move towards you with honesty and commitment. I keep having flashbacks of our past conversations, and they come to me at the most unexpected moments. Sometimes they arrive like a gentle whisper, and other times they hit me with the weight of a storm, reminding me of all the things I should have done differently. These memories bring with them a heavy sense of regret, because when I had the chance to show you my love and affection in the most genuine way, I failed. Instead of cherishing those moments and treating them with the sincerity they deserved, I blew it. I thought I could rely on my charm, on this idea that I could somehow maneuver my way around your heart with cleverness and confidence, but what I didn't realize back then was how wrong my approach was. I allowed myself to get caught up in being too sensual, too obsessive, and I never stopped to notice how that might have made you feel. There were times when I even pulled away intentionally, thinking that by holding back, I could make you want me more. I played games without even realizing they were games, and I see now how manipulative that must have looked. I tried so many different ways and little tricks to keep your attention locked on me, almost as if I believed affection was something I had to earn through tactics instead of something that should flow naturally. But in doing so, I forgot the most important truth: you could see right through me. You knew me too well, far better than I gave you credit for. You could read my actions, my intentions, and even the insecurities I tried to mask. And now, when I look back, I feel so foolish, so stupid, for ever thinking I could act cocky around you and still earn your love. I realize now that what I was trying to do wasn't about love at all, it was about control. I wanted to shape the situation to my advantage, to hold some kind of power over how you felt about me. I relied too much on the same confidence that had worked for me in the past when it came to drawing people's attention. But you were different. You were never the type of person to be impressed by appearances, by external looks, or by superficial charm. What you valued was something far deeper, something I didn't fully understand at the time: inner beauty, loyalty, and a heart that could stand firm in honesty. It was through you that I began to understand what real love and connection were meant to be. With your honesty and authenticity, you showed me what it means to live with integrity. You never lowered your standards or compromised your values, even when it might have been easier to do so. That strength of character was both humbling and inspiring to me. You have always held yourself to such a high standard, and instead of intimidating me, it challenged me to become better, to grow into the kind of man who could truly deserve someone like you. Without even realizing it, you taught me so much about being a gentleman, about what it means to treat someone with the respect, patience, and devotion they deserve. And yet, I failed to rise to that lesson when it mattered most. I let my pride and my arrogance blind me, and now I live with the weight of those choices. In my quietest moments, when life feels overwhelming and I am alone with my thoughts, it is you that my heart keeps going back to. The regret grows heavier because I know that I had a chance to give you something real, and instead, I wasted it on shallow gestures and selfish behavior. Right now, I am going through so much in my personal life. There are battles I am fighting silently, struggles that I don't always have the words to explain. Yet in the midst of all of this, the one constant feeling that never leaves me is the need for you. Not in the sense of wanting to control you or possess you, but in the truest sense of longing for your presence, your light, your steadiness. You are the only one I find myself yearning for, the only one I feel could understand me in ways that others never could. I know I cannot erase the past, and I cannot undo the mistakes I made. But what I can do is face them honestly, without excuses, and admit how deeply sorry I am for the way I behaved. I wish I had seen sooner that love is not about control, not about games, and not about appearances. Love is about giving, about listening, about seeing someone for who they are and valuing them beyond anything else. That is what you showed me, and it is what I failed to show you in return. If I could go back, I would change everything about how I approached you. I would strip away the pride, the overconfidence, the games, and instead come to you with the vulnerability and authenticity you always deserved. I would have told you plainly how much you mean to me, how much I admire your strength, your honesty, and your unwavering authenticity. And though I cannot rewrite history, I hope that in some way, through these words, you can understand the depth of my regret and the sincerity of my feelings. Because even now, after all the time and distance, you remain the person I need most in my life. And that truth, though painful, is also a reminder of the lessons you gave me, lessons I carry with me every day, as I try to grow into someone worthy of the kind of love you once offered so freely. Your partner is longing for you in ways that words alone cannot fully capture. Their emotions run deeply, almost like an unending current of energy that is constantly directed toward you. It is not just a passing thought or a fleeting feeling, it is something stronger, something that holds them steady even in moments of silence and solitude. Their heart beats with your name etched into its rhythm, and their soul reaches out for yours in every quiet moment. They dream of you often, sometimes vividly, sometimes softly, but always with a sense of closeness that feels as though you are right there beside them. These dreams are not random. They are part of the spiritual thread that ties you together, a psychic bond that neither distance nor time can weaken. It is as if an invisible string connects your hearts, pulling you back toward each other no matter how far apart you may appear in the physical world. You, too, feel this connection. You see signs of them everywhere, small reminders that show up in your daily life, gently nudging you to remember that this bond is real. A song may play unexpectedly, carrying words that mirror your story, or a number sequence may appear repeatedly, whispering that they are near in spirit even when not physically present. These synchronicities are not coincidences, they are confirmations from the universe that what you share is profound and divinely guided. Each sign you encounter serves as a reassurance that you are both on this journey together, even when separated by circumstance. From afar, your partner keeps a watchful eye on you. They do not interfere openly, but their heart aches as they quietly check in, longing to feel closer to you. The separation is painful for them, yet it also proves how deeply they care. They carry this pain not as a burden but as proof of the intensity of their love. Their longing is not born out of control or obsession but out of a genuine desire to feel connected to you again. Their nature is gentle, they are soft-spoken, tender, and deeply kind. However, this softness often hides the complexity of who they are. They are highly introverted, someone who struggles to let people in easily. To truly know them requires patience, understanding, and a willingness to listen beyond words. For most, their inner world is hidden behind quiet walls, but with you, those walls begin to fall. You are one of the few who has glimpsed their authentic self, and that makes your place in their life irreplaceable. At this moment, you are physically separated, and the weight of that distance has been heavy on both sides. Yet, this separation is not permanent. It is a pause, a moment of waiting before a new chapter begins. Already, the energy of reunion is building, and the time apart is slowly drawing to a close. They feel this shift, and so do you. The longing they carry is not meant to last forever, because destiny has its way of realigning what belongs together. Very soon, this distance will give way to closeness, and the ache will be replaced with relief, joy, and a renewed sense of love. Right now, they are missing you with a depth that almost consumes them. You occupy their thoughts constantly, from the moment they wake to the quiet hours before sleep. Their heart aches for your voice, your presence, your touch. They replay memories of you in their mind, holding on to the warmth of those moments until they can create new ones with you. The intensity of their missing you is not just emotional, it is physical, spiritual, and mental, encompassing every part of their being. What stands out most is the truth of their love. It is not shallow or uncertain. It is not love that wavers when tested. Instead, it is love that remains steady even in separation. They are ready to go out of their way, to shift the pieces of their life, and to carve out space so that you are included fully. Their love compels them to take action, not just to think about what could be but to make it real. They know the value of what you share, and they are unwilling to let it slip away. At the core of it all is the connection you both share. It is not ordinary, not something that can be explained away as chance. It is intense, emotional, and transformative. It challenges you both, yet it also heals. It forces you to grow, yet it also comforts. It is the kind of connection that leaves a permanent mark on the soul, one that cannot be replicated or forgotten. They feel this truth deeply, and so do you. Together, you hold a bond that is unbreakable, a love that is destined to overcome the temporary challenges of distance and silence. As the days pass, know that their heart beats for you, their dreams call out to you, and their soul waits patiently for the moment of reunion. They love you deeply, they miss you fiercely, and they are ready to step forward and ensure that you are a part of their life in the way you were always meant to be.